Right, we're back for part 3 of the blackberry and raspberry wine. It's been in the big fermentation bucket for about a week now. That's the first stage over. All we need to do now is strain out all the bits, all the seeds and skin and stuff like that. It goes through a big muslin cloth. It's like a big pillowcase. I'm putting it over a big stainless steel bucket, and I'm going to get a jug and just keep pouring it in until it's all strained out. Give it a squeeze, and then put it in the demijohn. Right, so what we do is we scoop a little bit of must out. And then pour in. Right, okay, so I'll put most of it through the muslin. It's just hanging there, just getting rid of the excess juice. Done pretty well, to be fair. Get a lot of juice out of blackberries and raspberries, not a lot of waste afterwards. It's a really good thing to use. And in a second we put it in the demijohn. Right, I've scrubbed out everything, I've cleaned everything, used the sanitizer. You can pick it up quite cheap. I bought a kilogram bag of it, it'll last me forever. This is a siphon. Most of you are familiar with what this is. Basically I'm going to siphon this into a demijohn, which will look like this when it's done, but a plastic one, because I run out of glass ones, they're expensive. Right, okay, what you do is you put this end of your siphon, goes into your wine, or your must, or whatever you want to call it. Comes out of here, goes round, and you've got a little tap. Can't see, sorry, my camera work is horrendous. Little tap, and basically, you guys who suffered during the petrol crisis, you'll probably know how to do this. Here we go. It's all fed by gravity, so you give it a little. And that's where this little tap comes in handy, because you can seal it off and it all stays in. It gives you a bit of play time, a bit of room to play. Right, I'm going to stick that in that. Right, so as you can see, the tap's on. It's siphoning out all the liquid out of the big pot, and once it's full up, turn the tap off. You're going to stick a fermentation lock on there, and this is your fermentation lock. You want to fill it full of water up to about there-ish. It works like a U-bend in a toilet, basically. The gas can get out, but the air can't get in, so you don't get woken up in the middle of the night by loads of bottle lids hitting the roof. It just works pretty simply, and it just goes into the top of the lid, screws onto the bottle. You'll see when I've done it. Right, once everything's siphoned off, it will look pretty much like this, depending on what fruit you're using. This has come out a lovely colour because of the raspberries. That's a blackberry and apple. As you can see, it's very dark. It will look really cloudy and pretty gross to start off with. It will clear out, basically. All the sediment will settle to the bottom, and then you rack it off, and then bottle it up after that, but we'll go through that. All you need to do now, put your fermentation lock on that. If you give it a little squeeze, it'll show you basically what happens. It'll start bubbling because of the carbon dioxide build up from the yeast. Once it stops doing that, you can bottle it up.